Let me find out. Let me find out that you pulling up with me because you're gonna be doing my water fountain. I'm so excited that you're here. All right, so I just want to say real quick that if you're doing the water fountain from Five Below, that is the one that I do have. So you will be able to use the template that I sent out. Now, if you was not able to find the exact water fountain that I had in my material list, no worries. The only issue is that you're gonna have to whip out that good old measuring tape and do it Fred Flintstone style and get your own measurements, boo. I'm so sorry. So, if you do have the same water fountain that I have, let's get started. So, the first thing you're going to do is go to Bing Image Creator. You're going to create at least 10 images. Now, it doesn't matter. You do not have to do the same thing that I am doing. I just fortunately happen to be doing a spooky theme. So, this is one of the images that I did create because the only reason why I picked this one is one of the materials that I did list was like a little creepy girl and it's like a grayish bluish color. So I wanted to try to work off of that to get my whole style. So once you guys figure out what type of images you want to do, save 10 and I'll see you in Canva. All right, now we're in Canva. You should have uploaded at least 10 images, and you should also have my template that I work oh so hard on. Blood, sweat, and tears, honey. And let me tell you, this was my first template. So, what you're going to do is you're going to upload everything. It should come up on your left-hand side, and these are all the pieces. I tried my best to let you know where these pieces are located by labeling them. So hopefully you guys understand. So for the people who don't know how this works, when you usually see the little what do you call that, mountains and grass and I don't know, whatever that is, the scenery, okay, the great beyond. We're gonna go over to your pictures and you're just gonna pick a picture and you're gonna put it into the piece that you want. So I like this picture. I'm gonna put it into the back panel, and you're gonna do this for all 10 pieces. Once you get all 10 pieces, then there's two things that you can do. If you're gonna be using a cutting machine, I will show you how I do it. I'm not gonna say that it's the correct way to do it. I'm gonna say that is the bootleg way to do it because I didn't know how to do it when I started learning how to do design space. So I just made it do what it do, and I made it work for me. If you have an easier way to do it, then that's great. I would love for you to share it. But until then, we gonna have to ride that struggle bus together, honey. Okay, so if you're not gonna be using a cutting machine, you can go ahead and print this, save it to your computer, print it, and cut it out by hand. Good luck to you. Lots of holy water, because homegirl over here that's talking, me, I cannot cut nothing to save my life. So I need my cutting machine because I want to make sure my cuts are nice and clean. So if you're going to be taking the struggle bus route, which is my route, you're going to go to share. Unfortunately, we cannot use SVGs because when you load it into design space, it'll actually make everything go black. So we're going to hit share, and then after that, we're going to do download, and we're going to do PNG. So I'm going to save it, and I'll be right back. All right, so once I have saved it to my computer, let's go ahead and go over to Cricut. Now, when you first open Cricut, if you're not really familiar with Cricut, you're going to go over to the new project, and you should see this palette, this area, this grid, darling. Okay, and once you see this, you're going to go to upload. Okay, you're going to find out where you loaded your images, and you're going to bring them into the computer. So let's get that first page in. So now you got the first page in. You're going to go to continue, and it should look like this. So the way that I usually remove like whites off of my backgrounds when I need to do my water fountains is I come over, I make sure that this says select. I come down to color tolerance, and I usually start at 35. Now, if 35 doesn't remove enough of the white background, then I'll bump it up a notch until I get the clarity that I'm looking for, which I mean clearing out of the background. I'm using the wrong words, but whatever. Y'all understand. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna click in the corner, and you see how it removes all the white? Now I wanna go to preview single layer to make sure that my white is gone. So now that I know that my white is gone, I am going to go to erase, and I'm going to start erasing these words. So go ahead and erase the words, and I'll see you in a second. All right, now that we removed our words, I know some of you guys might be a little bit concerned about this area, but I'm not really concerned about that. I will fix it, and I'll show you how in a second. So we're just gonna press apply, flat graphic, okay? And we're going to load it here. Now, whenever it loads here, because it came in as a PNG, it's stuck together. There's no way that we can use the contour feature to select them. We're just gonna have to do it the good old bootleg way and slice them apart. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go to shapes, and we're gonna go one by one, and we're gonna slice them apart, which doesn't really take that long. So we're gonna delete this, scoot that over, and we're gonna just keep reusing this piece. Scoot this over. Now we have two pieces left, and then I'm gonna show you how to fix that piece that's at the bottom in just a second. So now, remember it had like the squiggly top here? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece right here, because you know that the edge is sharp. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger, and I'm gonna go right here, and I'm just going to clean it up by slicing it. So now the edge is nice and clean. Now if you see this right here, sometimes you might want to just slice that off, only because it might be like a little dot or something that is picking up that we don't see. So I'm just gonna get really close to it and slice. Now you see that little dot right there? That was the reason why it was doing that. So now you could tell that you're good because your border is tight on your picture. So you guys go ahead and load in the other pieces, the other two pages, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, now that I got all my pieces inside, they're all separated. So now what I'm gonna do is, this one right here, just remember that if you have any pieces like that, they need to be sliced. So I'm gonna take care of that really quickly. Sorry about that, guys. So we're just gonna go over here, because that means there's a dot or something that needs to be replaced. Needs to be taken out. See, the dot is right there. So we're going to delete this, delete that dot. All right, now all the pieces should be good. Let me fix these guys really quick. All right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now all my pieces should be good, hopefully. But I'm glad that you guys have seen me make mistakes and stuff like that, because then you know how to fix them. This is just an extra picture that I loaded because sometimes I change my mind and I want to slice different things. Like this piece right here actually came from up here. So if I wanted to, let's say, let me show you guys this. Let's say there's a piece that I wanted to change. Let's say I wanted to make this piece up here, like to have like little faces in it. I would go over to print to cut, drop it down to the pen tool, and then I would just put in whatever piece I wanted to take, slice, and this is how I get different pieces. So then I will have that piece up there, but I don't want to use that. So our next thing is to get these pieces the correct size, because unfortunately Canva does not retain the size for design space. So let me get those measurements for you, and we're gonna go and we're gonna rename everything. All right, so now I have my measurements right next to me. So I am going to tell you which measurements are supposed to be which. So these two little rectangles, they should be 1.56 by 0.75. So I'm going to go over here, unlock it, 1.56, delete that, 0.75. So we're going to do the same with this one, 1.56, 0.75. Now that we have those, I'm going to lock it back in place, and I'm going to rename those. So I'm going to rename those, this one's going to be right top small panel. So right top small panel. I'm going to rename this one left top small panel. We got those out of the way. Now we're gonna do, let's try this one. This one is the back panel. So the back panel should be 3.25 by 3.75. Lock it back. Change this to back panel. So the next piece we're gonna do is the wraparound. So the wraparound should be 5.44 by 3.88. And we're gonna name this one front wraparound. All right, so now we're gonna do this one we're gonna name this one left bottom, and we're also gonna change it to, let's see, .5 by 1.6. I'm sorry, 1.63. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. So this one is going to be the right bottom panel, and that's going to be the same measurements as this one, 3.5 and 1.63. 5, 1.63. So now we have to do the front top one. And these measurements, oh, I'm sorry, we already did that one. So we have this one, this one, this one, this one. So let's do the front bottom name. I call this one the nameplate. So my measurements for this one is 4.13 by 1.63. 1.6. And then what I usually name this one is the front bottom nameplate. So let's make sure that we did not skip anybody. So we have 1, 2. Oh, we didn't do this one. Okay, so that will be the back top panel. So the measurements for that should be 3.37 by 0.75. Right, so that one's going to be the back top panel. So So I believe we have them all. So let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, great. So now that we have all of these, what you can do is open up a text box. I want to put happy Halloween. Oops, I'm sorry, y'all. But I kind of don't really like this font. Let me change the color. I want to change mine to gray only because we have like the smoky gray. But I want to change the font to, I think I have one called Halloween. Let me check. 1 second, y'all. Let me find one. I think it's called Halloween. Yes, it's right here. I'm gonna bookmark that. So if you don't have this inside of your design space, you can actually go over to thefont.com. Go over here, Halloween. I think it's with 2 N's. Let's see if we can find it for you. Yep, Halloween right here. And if you want to see like what it looks like, let's say I'm gonna put my name. You can submit it, and it should show you what it looks like. But my computer is bugging out, as you can see. There we go. So that's what the font is going to look like if you decide to download it. Just remember, if you're going to add fonts from the font into design space, make sure that you close design space, download the font, install it, and then reopen it back up, or it will not be listed in here. All right, so now that I have Happy Halloween, I am going to shrink it down, highlight both, and I'm gonna go over to align and use center horizontally. After I do that, I am going to flatten so it looks like this. Now the last thing that I'm needing is the creepy girl, right? But we're gonna put that on after these pieces are cut. But just to give you an idea of how it looks, I actually took my phone and took a picture of the picture and uploaded it here. So I kind of want to put like some sort of like frame around it, right? So I'm gonna go and see what Design Space has to offer. So let's go. So we're gonna do images, and let's see if we could do spooky portrait or spooky frame. No, not spooky portrait. Let's do spooky frame. Portrait frame. So you see how you have different frames? So I like this one. So what I'm going to do is being that this is an oval and this is a circle, and it's not going to work because, oh gosh, I'm sorry. It's not going to work because some of it is probably going to be hanging out. We're going to stretch this to make it fit around her picture, because you see how you have those bald spots. So we're gonna go up here to unlock, and we are gonna make it work, honey. Just like when you was in high school and you wanted to wear like those really dope shoes, the sneakers, and they didn't have your size, but you was just like, it's all right, I'm gonna squeeze my pinky toe in there. Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing. So you see how I got her to fit? So I like that. I'm going to group it together so I don't have to worry about her separating from her assignment. And pretty much we're going to shrink her down to make her fit. Oh my goodness, I swear my screen is too small. All right, so we are going to make her the size that I want to make her. Now, I'm not like printing her out on here. I just want to see like how it looks. So let's go to arrange. Oh gosh, what am I doing? align, center horizontal. And you see how everything is starting to come together? So now I'm gonna move this up for y'all so that y'all could see. I laid everything out. So this is how it's gonna print. And this frame right here, I'm gonna do in vinyl. So just make sure it stays basic cut, and your picture should be, let me ungroup it. Yeah, so your picture is gonna be a print to cut. All of this is gonna be print to cut, but the only thing that's gonna be a basic cut is gonna be this photo frame. But you see how when you put everything together, it starts, you know, your idea in your head starts coming together. So just remember these two small pieces are gonna be the pieces on the side. This is gonna be the one piece at the top. This is gonna be that bottom panel, the left side, the right side, right? And we have those covered. And then over here, this is gonna be the bottom back. This is gonna be the actual back panel. And this is gonna be that little top back piece. Now, once you have gotten here, honey, we are done. Your ride is done with me. I know it was brutal. I really know it was brutal. But it's all right. It's done. Dry your eyes, girl. I will see y'all in class. Make sure y'all go ahead and cut your pieces out. Try to use waterproof sticker paper. That was also inside of my materials. And I will see you there in class. Bonnet Gang, gang, gang. I'm out. Have a good night, good day, good morning, whatever y'all doing. All right, I'm really out this time. No, I'm still here. I'm just kidding. Y'all thought I left, didn't y'all? All right, y'all have a good day, good night. Whatever time y'all watching it, good whatever. And I'll see y'all in class. Bonnet Gang, gang.